the African Growth Opportunity Program, commonly known as AGOA, is up for renewal next year in 2025. And this year it is the US turn to host the annual forum, and the USD government is hosting it in Washington, D.C. With representatives, and I've invited representatives from Africa, from across the continent, as well as African ambassador that are based in Washington, D.C. To participate in the forum that will take place kicking off tomorrow through Friday, the 3-day forum that will take place in Washington, D.C. Ahead of the forum tomorrow, the USTR representative, Ambassador Katherine Tai, invited a group of African women from the diaspora, as well as female ambassadors from African nations to the U.S. For a roundtable discussion at the White House to discuss the future of AGOA, as well as how to make it inclusive, expand the program to more women as part of the Biden-Harris administration agenda of financial inclusion and financial empowerment for women on the continent.
Yes, this week is the week of AGOA, and we will meet soon at the Department of State. You are right, Ambassador. Economy is people first, and it is market too. The demand, the offer, the needs, the sectors, and we should continue to empowering women around the world, and specifically in Africa. Mauritania, this year, we are eligible to AGOA. It's our first year to be eligible. We are proud of the work we did in the field of human rights, civil society, in service and service of human rights in Mauritania. But we are proud to work with a good administration. We work with the United States, and you have an administration that they can change their mind about something, and it is not easy. If you do a good job, they will recognize it. So we did a good job in Mauritania in the social sectors for women, for youth, and it was recognized by the United States. Now we have the eligibility to AGOA, MCC, other sectors, and it is a pleasure to work with other countries, with civil society, and regarding specifically AGOA, it is specifically very difficult because we should discuss about the products, what they need in the United States, and what we should offer. In Mauritania, our economy is dominated by oil, mine, fishery, agriculture, and until now, today, I'm sure that we have 20 products of fishery are eligible to be imported, exported in the United States. So I will be very shortly tell you thank you again for what you are doing with all your group, and thank you, Ambassador Tai, for what you are doing to, I think it is the time. We came at the best time because we are all of us working to restructure the AGOA. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's also a pleasure to listen to you and to learn from you. I appreciate that. I've had the opportunity to participate in programs that we have had, and it's always enhances our knowledge. When I listened to King talk about Charleston, I was just thinking that Duke could be a city in Ghana too.
Yes.
So that shows that we are all interrelated in one way. The studies that she did, you go to Ghana, you go to Makola, you go to Jamestown, you go to any market. This study that she's doing can fit well in. So we'll share this information and support each other in that regard. Ambassador Tai, we see you as someone who can be a friend to the women of Africa. Yeah, you always in the right path, thinking the right pathways, and we share the common pathways with you. I like the fact that you outlined the aspirations of Africa for integration.
Yes.
And Africa is on the way for that. And you identifying that AGOA should also prioritize that, prioritize the integration aspiration of Africa into the future AGOA is very important for us. And the work that you are doing here, the skills building, the training, we need to do some more research, especially in women in trade, women entrepreneurs. Solidarity can help us with that, so that we are able to fit into this integration. We don't want a situation where we are working about African integration, then we come again and lament the fact that our women entrepreneurs have not benefited from this enterprise. And one way of doing this thing is just let's look at the value chain. The whole value chain of all these activities that are happening. Simple things, like even if it takes something like maize trading, garments and apparel, that under AGOA Ghana is doing well in the garments and apparel, art and craft. Look at the whole value chain. Where are women in it? We take production, we do the farming, we do the gathering for the goods, and then the middlemen come to buy and take it all away. And then at the urban cities, you find the women again who have done the production, the gathering, going to the middlemen to now buy to sell in small portions and export. So we just need to do some studies in this area and prepare ourselves that while Africa is being integrated, African continental free trade is coming up. It's a huge domestic market for Africa, but also has the potential for a huge export market and manufacturing. We have to prepare ourselves and get our women on board. Serious. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
One of the conversation after the event, I spoke to some of the participants that were at the event, and from the conversation that we had, they said that they would like, I asked them what they look forward to during this week, and any message for the administration as well as for Congress. And one of the things that they mentioned to me is that they would like the language, an expansion of the language. Right now, AGOA is singularly in English, and they will like an expansion. So other people that do not speak English, for example, Francophone Africans, will be able to read it as well as understand it, as well as to provide someone that can translate the documents of AGOA. So people on the continent, women especially, small business women and women in the rural area, will be able to take advantage of this program. The AGOA is one of the initiatives that the U.S. used for as it pivots from aid towards trade and economic development partnership on the continent. It has been one of the successful initiatives to partner with Africa, to do trade with Africa. And Africa program, the program is up for renewal, as I said at the top of this. It's up for renewal next year, and we have members of Congress that have been working hand in hand with members of the African diaspora as well as African leaders to see how best to move to when they renew to the program to make it a lot more inclusive, as well as perhaps extend the year instead of 10 years, extend it further, perhaps like 20 20 years or 25 years, so it doesn't have every 10 years, it doesn't have to be renewed, or perhaps make it more permanent, since it was launched in 2000, and it has been one of the most effective trading initiative partnership with African nations. We will be covering the event throughout this week, and we will be providing additional updates as we receive it from the event. But first, this is our interview with the participant from today's roundtable event. You are here. Some of you have traveled from the continent, Africa, for the AGOA forum in the U.S. that the U.S. is hosting. What are you looking forward to this week during the forum?
Okay. For me, on my side, remember the DRC has only regained the beneficial status of AGOA in 2021. And in 2021, this is when the DRC regained the beneficial status. And we're still struggling. First of all, it's because of the language barrier, whereby people speak French in the DRC, and most of the documents in AGOA it is in English. And then we have a lot of women entrepreneurs there. They cannot really benefit from the AGOA opportunity. So this is, I think, it's a chance for us to see how some women who can speak English can be trained, have all the documents, all the relevant documents, and go back home, train other women, also to other women or young people to take part of this opportunity, because right now we're not really benefiting from it. So me coming here is to find ways of DRC people to really benefit from the AGOA Act. Yeah.
Well, for me, I'm here for the Cameroonian Women AGOA, which stands for, of course, the African Growth Opportunity Act. A lot of women in Cameroon especially, who do trade, are not really aware of AGOA and the opportunities that AGOA does have for the American market, giving them preferential treatments in the American market. So my presence here is to represent those women and get the information how to make it easy for the Cameroonian women especially, as well as the women in Africa, to import things into America using AGOA.
So you are both from the Francophone African nation, from Cameroon, from DRC, where they speak French. So from what I'm hearing from you is the language barrier prevents women from seizing the opportunity. So that's something that you will want the U.S. to address in the documents, so women on the continent can seize the opportunity. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. So what is your number one message to the administration?
The one message to the administration is to make it easily accessible for women who do trade to be able to partner with AGOA, because it's been quite difficult from talking to a few of the other women, like you said, Cameroonians as well. You also have the French-speaking side. The language aspect of it is a problem. And then you also have those who are in the villages with AGOA. They don't have access to AGOA because some of them don't have internet per se. So the administration needs to make it really easy for those women, especially in the suburbs of
the rural
areas of Cameroon, to be able to use AGOA.
Yeah. So on the side of DRC, all I'm gonna say, we need capacity building, we need training, and we need a focal person where we can, after the training, we need someone who can be focused on us. If there's some question, we can go to that person, ask questions, because there's some standard that you have to follow before you can even be able to use the AGOA, before you can be able to export your product from the DRC to the United States. There are some standards, and we don't know that. So we need clarity on that. We need a focal person. We need someone to train us and to tell us what we really have to do in order to be successful with the AGOA.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring it back to the U.S. We are at the White House today at the outside of the executive office. Vice President Kamala Harris just announced that she will be running for president. We know she was on the continent last year, traveled across the continent. In your view, as women, as black women, how do you see this?
It's quite empowering, and this is a great example. Vice President Harris is a great example for the young women or the young girls who are growing up. So this is what I would say. It's we are all empowered, and we can't wait to vote.
Yeah, for me, what I can say, it's phenomenal. Like, she's really setting an example for many African women. You know, in Africa, being a woman is not easy. You know, it can be in politics and in any other sector. But seeing Vice President Harris, it's giving hope to many African women that they can also do that. You know, so there's no limit. The sky is the limit.
Okay, thank you so much for talking with me. Thank you.
Thank you so much.